was in the box. I got some work done while he was opening it. And it was very hard to imagine that all of that stuff fit into that one box.
I packed it tight.
Tight as a frog's ass, and that's watertight, as my dad used to say.
Almost, but yeah, quite.
There you go.
All right, we are recording.
We are recording. Okay. I want to start off by talking about what's going on with the Halloween edition. We have had damages reported, and the biggest problem that we're having across the board with just about everything right now is how completely unpredictable the mail delivery is. As a matter of fact, all of the delivery systems are a little bit wonky. I've had FedEx overnight package from Diamond that took like 8 days to get here overnight. Talked to Doug Salipa about this just in passing. I was talking to him about something else. And because all of his stuff is mail order, he started looking into it and going, what is going on with the USPS and Canada Post? And what it is kind of a perfect storm of everybody switching most of their purchasing to, if it's not Amazon, then they're doing it through USPS and Canada Post online, combined with the first Christmas where almost everything was having to be delivered through the mail that would ordinarily be delivered in person. Both USPS and Canada Post evidently have the same program, which is you have the hub mail sorting plants, and they have the most staffing. So the rule is, if you find yourself in an overspill situation and you're not a primary hub, if you're like the Trillium Drive sorting plant here in Kitchener, and you've got just too many packages for your staffing, the immediate default position is to forward the overspill to the hub where they have more people to sort. And like I say, we had this perfect storm, so consequently, almost every post office had overspill. So every post office was sending their overspill to hub locations. In Southern Ontario, Mississauga is the biggest hub. And in the U.S., Chicago is the biggest hub. And evidently they were at the point where they had like multiple tractor trailers parked on the property, stuffed with mail that was overspill. And they were, as the program is set up, dealing with everything on their plate, and then gradually moving the rest of this stuff onto into the actual sorting process, which explains why a package that I sent to Sean Robinson between Christmas and New Year's sat in Chicago for about 3 weeks, and also explains how a purchaser of one of the Halloween editions who got a damaged copy in Pickering, Ontario, which is maybe like an hour and a half drive from Kitchener. It took 3 weeks to get to him. So we are, as they said in the movie JFK, we are through the looking glass into a brand new state of reality for people who rely on mail delivery. Doug Salipa, obviously, a lot more than Aardvark, Anaheim, or Waverly Press, but we're all seeing the same thing. The Spawn 10 packages are still still in the same situation that they were when that Kickstarter came to an end. I'm ready to sign everything that I'm supposed to sign. We've done a workaround. Rolly just left me a phone message telling me that Alfonso at Studio Comics Press has printed the Spawn 10 posters set that people were ordering that I was supposed to sign. So that's one of those. Let's not print that somewhere outside of Kitchener if we can print it in Kitchener, because then it just has to be delivered by car, or Rolly just has to pick it up and I can sign it, and then it gets back into transportation hell when I try mailing it to Waverly Press. So we've had 7 out of the 54, actually 160 or so Halloween editions and AP Halloween editions. Out of the 160 that went out, we've had 7 damages so far. But because of this slowdown, it took 3 weeks, 4 weeks after they shipped for me to find out that they are damaged, and we've only had one of them actually come in back in by mail. All of those will be replaced. That's not a problem. I just want to make sure that people are sending them back if they're damaged, so that I can destroy the damaged copy, and we can keep this really, really rare comic book that these people bought to the 54 numbered copies and 106 artist-proof copies. So the situation there is I have really no idea how bad the problem is. Did only 7 of the packages get delivered and all of the packages are damaged? That would be the worst case scenario. Or did most of the packages get where they were going and they were fine and we just have 7 damages? One of the differences between Canada Post and USPS is Canada Post does not have free tracking. Tracking of any package in Canada and internationally is very, very expensive. So it makes a lot more sense for us to send the packages out, and if a package gets lost or a package gets damaged, to replace it with the same number or the same designation on it than it is to try and pay for tracking on all of the packages. This is one of the reasons that the Halloween edition was $75 Canadian. Was I was going, okay, I've never done this. I want to experiment with this, but I have no idea how many moving parts there are and how complicated this is going to get. And I want to have as much insulation packed in there so I'm not losing money on it. And right now I'm still waiting to find out, okay, like I say, how bad is the situation? I also want to reimburse everybody for the postage costs. If they're having to send a comic book back here, that's getting very expensive. I mean, it's $20 US just to send one comic book to Canada. Evidently, if you just send it by traditional mail. Well, the customer shouldn't be eating that $20 just to get the 9.8 or better mint copy that they ordered. So I will be reimbursing people. Just look at the mail charge on the package when it comes in. Okay, cut a check on the Aardvark Vanaheim US dollar account and send that along with the replacement copy that I send back. But no idea how, like I say, how bad the situation is going to be, or how long it's going to take me to find out how bad the situation is. Once we get some of those problems worked out, Rolly and I have been working on the best way to package the books so that there is just no, well, you can't say there's no way that they could arrive damaged. One of them was literally folded in half, and you'd have to be a complete psycho to look at this package and go, oh yeah, this package should be folded in half and just stuffed into a mail slot. So we're getting do not bend stickers that I'll be writing personally, please, on it, because I think we should still be polite to each other, even when it's something as basic as you really shouldn't be bending something that is this solid a package, and you probably know that. But I will say, please don't bend on it.
When I send out copies of Arc Wars, I was drawing an iguana or beer on the back of the package and writing, "Dear mail person, please, 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 for the love of all that's holy, do not bend." I haven't gotten any complaints.
That's good. That's good. Yes, you have to remember, you are in the hands of these people. So be polite. Being a mail sorter or a mail carrier or any delivery person at this point has not got to be the happiest occupation that you could possibly have, depending on the day and depending on how irate your devoted customers are. Yeah, I wanted to take care of that first.